Well, some remarkable polling out overnight. Now, do we believe it or don't we? It's suggested, it's Savanta Comres, absolutely legitimate polling company, suggested the Tories could collapse down to 69 seats. And I wonder just how seriously all this stuff is being taken in that building that's just behind us in this studio. The associate editor of The Telegraph, Chris Hope, joins us. Chris, when people see these polls, what do they think? What do they say?
I think that's a massive over-exaggeration, that Savanta Comres poll. I mean, 69 MPs, no way. More challenging for Labour is how do they win 124 seats to get their one-seat majority in the Commons. And I just sense that I think the movement by Sunak on immigration may not be enough as far as you want to see it, Nigel. I do think that is going towards where the public are. If you can sort out immigration over the next 3 or 4 months, and then taxation towards the election, there's more of a chance for the Tories. I think numbers are coming back towards them.
OK, but if the Conservatives once again promise we'll sort the English Channel out and once again don't, then yet again they've raised expectations.
Yeah. And not the Tories, but I think Sunak personally has done that. He announced that yesterday himself in the House of Commons. His Home Secretary, Suella Braverman, was 2 steps along, wasn't even in the so-called donut around Sunak. She was nowhere near the policy. This is a number 10 policy. It stands or falls on him. Now, he won a lot of credibility through the furlough scheme when he saved millions of jobs probably by spending all the money.
And how much of it went on fraud?
Well, yes, but at the time it did work out, and in the final analysis, some did.
But you're
go
the Telegraph. I mean, you're a Conservative supporting newspaper.
That was the time. But my point to you is, much easier. Spending money is easy. Stopping things happening is harder, and immigration will be really hard for him, I think.
But as a national leader, at a time when we're facing a number of crises, strikes, the economy, the migrant situation, deaths in the Channel today, all of these things. Yes, he appears at the dispatch box. But once a week.
Where else is he?
He's almost invisible.
He's doing 1 tweet a day, which is a bit more than you. No, fewer than you. But one a day. I mean, he's barely there. He's now passed Liz Truss's unwanted record of 49 days as Prime Minister. That was on Monday, and we're looking forward into the new year. We're planning, or we're here. They're going to do some big Sunak announcement of what he stands for, because no one really knows. He's a competent manager. He's good at managing the country, but then so is Keir Starmer, and he's shown competency. The pound's recovered against the dollar. What else is there? How do you feel the pain of an economic
and he's
crisis?
facing Starmer. Let's just see and listen to a quick clip of Keir Starmer at the dispatch box at PMQs today.
Mr. Speaker, nurses going on strike is a badge of shame for this government. Instead of showing leadership, he's playing games with people's health. And there is a human cost.
Well, I don't know, Chris. I'm not a Labour supporter, never have been, but he does look quite chirpy, doesn't he?
Starmer does. I think he is in a box into a corner at the moment. As competency returns to the Tory government, what is Starmer offering? He's offering a lot of the same that Sunak offers. He's a new person, different face, but really it's the same offer. I thought the attacks on non-dom status, removing that charge, saving £3 billion, spending it on nurses, was as a cheap line he's been peddling for months. I think Starmer he needs to find a new narrative to try and hit the government, because
so no fresh ideas, really.
No ideas, really. But I do think Sunak has been hiding. He's in Visi Rishi, whatever you call it. He's not around. Maybe he feels that we've had too much Tories, and we had a lot of Tories on your programme and elsewhere, haven't we, over the past year? Time to retreat. But I do think that and we are in mid-term now. The view is, back to those polls, is the don't knows are mainly Tory don't knows. If they can decide, the Tories are back in business, they might come back towards where the government is.
Well, they might, but some might go to reform.
They might not quite. Reform is there now, Nigel. That's just you're the president. Will you come back?
Well, I'm the honorary president.
Will you come back? And they want you back?
Richard Tyson did a great job. I'm having so much fun here at GBNews.
Perhaps a brief tour of
I'm having
halls.
Great fun here at GBNews. Is reform being taken as a threat?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's polling at 9 points, 10 points. If those numbers moved across to where the Tories were, then they'd be 10 points behind mid-term. That is achievable to overturn that. So it's a problem. Tyson, your party, is sitting there as a threat. It's trying to pull should be pulling the Tory party rightwards where their votes are.
I think what I take from this conversation about what's really going on inside the corridors of power is that Sunak needs to step up to the plate rather more.
He does. He can't assume that he's going to be fighting the next election. I do think Boris Johnson is there. He's earned his £1 million, we saw today. If he can, I think the next big staging post is the 7,000 seats up for grabs in the May elections, 4,000 the Tories. If they tank there, next July could be a big-time Tory leadership contest.
Oh,
and that
no,
blonde bombshell could be back.
Oh, no, not another one.